Good afternoon. Welcome to the 15th Annual State of the City Address. We're glad to have you all here, and it's going to be a very interesting day. So, and of course what the mayor says is always very interesting, right? So you're going to take copious notes. In honor of the mayor's theme today, the 250th anniversary, we have asked the Carson High Junior ROTC guards to come here and to present the colors. So would you all stand up, please? Okay, and now would you join us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and you may be seated. Oh, sorry. I guess they're at ease now. Thank you. This color guard has received many awards at Carson High, so we're proud to have you here. Thank you very much. So we will start the program now, and without further ado, I will not be announcing the mayor. We have left that up to a very special man who loves Carson City and first came to Carson City many, many years ago. I believe it was 1861. So he knows our city better than any of us. McAvoy Lane is a renowned Mark Twain impressionist, if you didn't already know that. He's an author and educator who has portrayed the author for over 35 years. And 4,000, you've done this 4,000 times, McAvoy, I cannot believe that. And he has performed as Mark Twain worldwide. Known for his authentic white suit and curly hair, stand up and twirl, and dedication to preserving Mark Twain's wit, he keeps the spirit of Mark Twain alive, performing as the ghost of Mark Twain. He retired in 2023, or so he says. He told me earlier that he no longer goes anywhere that requires wheels or driving, whatever. He is at home, and he still likes to portray our famous Mr. Twain within the area. And as I'm sure you know, Mark Twain was born in Carson City. No, not the man who was born in Hannibal, Missouri. Actually, it was Florida, Missouri. But the name Mark Twain was born right here in Carson City, Nevada. So without further ado, I would like to bring Mark Twain, or McAvoy Lane, whichever you prefer, up to the podium to introduce our mayor.
Thank you, Ronnie. Wow. Ronnie tells me I'm a good historian where facts are not essential. Happy birthday, America. Wow. I first arrived in Carson City, it was in August of 1861. And back then, I have to tell you, Carson City was the most uninhabitable place on earth. Nothing grew here. Even the birds, when they flew over, carried their own provisions. But I hiked into the foothills and looked back on Carson, nestled in this flat, sandy desert, and surrounded by such prodigious mountains that they seemed to expand your soul until you felt yourself spreading into a colossus. And in that instant, you were seized with a burning desire to stretch forth your hand, put Carson in your pocket, and walk off with it. It was beautiful, really. In exploring the sink, I traveled down the Carson River a ways. When one is accustomed to the monstrous, mile-wide Mississippi, he grows accustomed to associating the word river with a certain degree of watery grandeur. So when one stands on the shores of the Carson, he's disappointed. Oh, one of the most vigorous forms of exercise one can contrive is to run and jump across the Carson until he's overheated and then get down and drink it dry. No, it's a moist ditch is what it is. If it were my river, I wouldn't leave it out of doors at night. And I could see I was going to need some transportation while here in Carson City, so I attended an auction and bought a genuine Mexican plug. Well, I didn't know what a genuine Mexican plug was, really, but I bought it on the advice of a man I later found out was the auctioneer's brother. Well, his tail had been chopped off, or he sat down on it wrong at one time or t'other, but anyways, he was proud of it. But this left him only his heels with which to fight off the flies. Well, with some help of some others, some holding his head and some holding his tail, I was able to climb onto that steed. But my feet slipped through the stirrups on the inside, so I was handcuffed at the ankles, and he knew it. So he put his feet together, all of them in a bunch, lowered his back and fired me 5 feet into the air. And somebody shouted out, "Whoa, don't he buck?" Well, I came back down on the saddle, but the laughter this provoked, he took for applause and fired me up again. And this time I came down on the high pommel. Thank you. This was too much variety for me, so I decided to get off. But now he was standing straight up on his hind legs, walking around like a member of Congress. You might think I was afraid, but I wasn't. I knew I could stay on him so long as his ears did not pull out. Suddenly I was in the air again, and when I came back down, that genuine Mexican plug was gone. So I dug myself out of the ground and made up my mind that if that auctioneer's brother's funeral was held while I was here in Carson City, I would cancel all other recreations and attend it. But let's get down to business here. Turn left on 395. Oh, wait a second. Hang on, I need my glasses. There we go. Honoring our 250th birthday through service and success is the theme chosen by Mayor Lori Bagwell to highlight Carson City's commitment to serving the good citizens of Carson City. Mayor Bagwell has brought to Carson City, she was brought here by her parents in 1966, and was the cutest thing to arrive since yours truly. Lori graduated from Carson High in 1980 and has been in various governmental capacities since taking her first job at age 17 in a mailroom for the Department of Taxation where we can only guess she had to lick the stamps herself. What a climb to the top it's been. She began by working for various governmental agencies, retiring after 27 years of having worked her way up to Deputy Director of the Department of Corrections. Though she was retired and subsequently she opened a small business within the Carson Mall to stay engaged with the community, she did not leave government behind. She ran for supervisor in Ward 3, won the first of 4 elections in 2015, and assumed the role of mayor in 2021. Now serving her second term as mayor, she will abdicate in 2029. Lori is the first woman to hold the title of Carson City Mayor. Yes. As an active member of the Daughters of the American Revolution, the 250th anniversary of the United States holds a special meaning, and so we will let her tell us more about that. Ladies and gentlemen, we now introduce the Bagwell of Sound Council in her State of the City address, our leader of the great city of Carson, our honorable mayor, Lori Bagwell.
Well, I'm not so sure I can live up to those great words, but we're going to give it a try and see if we can all have some fun today, because that's really what this is all about. So I just want to say, and hopefully all this works, but I see a table of IT staff over there just in case the clicker fails, or I do. But I want to say good day to all the residents, the community leaders, and I think all of you are honored guests, each and every one of you. It's truly a privilege to stand before you as we reflect on where we've been, where we are today, and where we might be headed for tomorrow. I want to express my gratitude to our elected officials, and there are several in the room, our city staff, and most importantly, every citizen who makes Carson City the vibrant, resilient community we call home. This year, our nation celebrates 250 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. It's a moment to honor our shared history and look toward the future. As America marks this milestone, Carson City celebrates its remarkable journey, 167 years of progress, innovation, and community since our founding in 1858. America's story is one of courage, vision, and unity. Carson City was built on those same principles, from a small settlement serving pioneers and miners to becoming the proud capital of Nevada. Our city has grown alongside the nation, shaped by that same spirit of determination and hope. Okay, it's a test, you guys. No, wrong forward button. Oh, what do you like this? So why is Carson City unique? It's more than just Nevada's capital. It's one of only 42 city-county consolidations in the nation. This unique structure allows us to operate both as a city, municipal government, and a county authority, streamlining services and making government more efficient and less expensive for you, our residents. We were founded in 1858 by Abraham Curry and became the state capital in 1864 when Nevada became a state, just a little bit after Mark Twain visited us. How about this? I hope that you guys really enjoy this speech because it's really about who we are. The first airplane flight in Nevada and in Carson City was in 1910. How about that, right? And what do you think happened in 1938? we had our first inaugural Nevada Day Parade, and we continue to celebrate that isn't that a great thing we do? How many states have parades? Us, and it's right here in our capital. In 1969, we became the consolidated municipality. In 1996, I think it's amazing, and again, one of the very few communities that passed a ballot measure, what we call our quality of life initiative. That's pretty spectacular. Most people won't tax themselves, but we did it for parks and open space. I just absolutely love looking through our history. But let me talk a little bit about where we're going. So let's talk about community development. I think I saw Hope. She's here somewhere. There she is. So in 2025, we approved 607 new single-family and multifamily construction projects and issued, you guys ready for this? 5,389 business licenses. Hope's got quite the team that's working over there to help our businesses thrive. Right? That's a lot. And I think it's kind of unspoken, right? We just don't think about it, but couldn't help myself over the last month here. You can tell what I've been doing, reading everything about us. But these projects reflect our commitment to smart development and housing opportunities for all. What are we working on for the future in this department? We've expanded our community development department to include economic development, reflecting our commitment to responsible growth and revitalization. One of our priorities is to address the growing number of vacant buildings in Carson City. By focusing on innovative strategies and partnerships, we aim to transform these spaces into vibrant opportunities, bringing new and expanded businesses, services, and life to areas that need it most. Tall charge we were given, Hope, over there, but I don't know of anyone better to take on that task. I know she can do it. So, our Parks and Rec and Open Space Department. So Nevada joined the Union in 1864. Did you know that same year Yosemite was protected as a state park? I hope you can see my theme. I'm trying to do national, state, city. Anyway, it's fun. Setting the stage for America's love of public lands. Today, Carson City continues that tradition locally through our Parks, Recreation, and Open Space Department. What have they done recently? Right? We've secured water rights for Buzzy's Ranch, so we can keep that area moist for its lifetime. We built pickleball courts and new restaurants at Mills Park and Centennial Park. We completed the Carson River Trails Phase 3, our Prison Hill West, and we're adding amenities to the Prison Hill OHV area. This is a fun fact for them, or I hope you'll think it is. What do you guys think the first park in Carson City? And the only people that can't answer are the people from the Parks Department. No cheating here. What do you guys think is our first park? I'm admitting I had to look it up. Oh, you've lived here too long. Yeah, my co-graduate there. Treadway Park. Okay, now the better question. You can't answer it. Where is it? Right? So I admit to y'all I had to look it up. I did. It's the one next to the old hospital. And I don't think about that as a park, but that's Carson City's first park. Thought you'd enjoy that little fun fact. What are we working on this year? How about we're going to celebrate our 30th anniversary of that Quality of Life initiative? We have over 8,000 acres of open space. Is that phenomenal? I mean, it's hard for me to imagine in a city this size that we have that much open space, but that's what that Quality of Life did. The people of Carson City voted on a measure because they recognized how important preserving that space was, right? I love it. I hope you all do too. We have over 100 miles of trails, over 70,000 visitors last year to our MAC. Can you imagine that? That's a lot of game playing, right? A lot of basketball, and pickleball's in there a lot, and a lot of youth sports. How about something I love to see, and I think that we take it for granted sometimes, but how about 20 years of seeing the sheep out there grazing in our lands to keep our fuels reduced? So 20 years we've been using the sheep to accomplish that. What's Jen's team going to be working on this next year? We're going to work on the playground at Sunset Park. Somebody thought that was one of our oldest, but we're going to look at that. In partnership with the Foundation for Carson City Parks and Recreation and the Sea Hill Foundation, and I bet you didn't know that was a parkland, but anyway, where the Sea Hill flag is, we're going to do some renovations there to try and bring that back to life. Let's hope for that. Well, we're going to do more than hope it's going to happen. We're just going to be positive. We're going to complete the Riverview Trailhead design and go out to bid for construction, right? I see that. I see a yes. If we put it in writing and say it out loud, it kind of makes them have to do it, huh? You know the other neat thing we are going to work on, and I think, again, we forget sometimes all those areas of pride, but how about we're going to work on designating Prison Hill and Silver Saddle Ranch with Nevada Starry Skies certification. Pretty cool, right? Isn't that cool? I don't know. It's always fun to me. Okay, fire department back there. I was teasing them that, you think it's going to be a picture of our new fire station, but I went the other way. So from bucket brigades to modern emergency responses, fire services have evolved dramatically. Early on, we had 4 fire engine companies operating in Carson City. Warren Engine Company number 1, Stacy was a member, my father was a member, great job. Curry Engine Company number 2, Carson Hook and Ladder number 1, and Swift Engine Company number 3. All were staffed by volunteers, right? So that's what the community looked like all those years ago. Now we have a wonderful professional paid staff, but yes, 4 fire stations. So the then and the now is still 4 fire stations. So what did they do this last year? They worked on getting a $3 million grant for fuels reduction. Our wildland fire crews are doing a fantastic job clearing brush, that wasn't going to come out right, clearing brush around Carson City to help keep us safe from fires. They are really, really doing a super job. Yes, we did open Fire Station 55, and we wanted to reduce our response times and houses our new Emergency Operations Center. Great job, and hats off. There's Public Works team back there. They were actually the project lead. It's not one we bid out, they did the job. So hats off to that team. Great job. Speaking of Public Works, if it doesn't click when I do it, y'all have to help me and say it didn't work. But Public Works keeps our city moving, literally, right? So I thought we could have some fun with this. So our first stoplight was installed in 1959. Anybody got a guess where it is, other than it tells you? Carson and Robinson Street, right? Kind of fun. And how about, does anybody recognize where the stop sign is or what business is there now? Heidi's, absolutely. It's kind of fun doing this, huh? Today, we're upgrading East William Street's infrastructure and improving the accessibility on that street. What are the major projects that they're working on right now? The Quill Water Treatment Plant, because we want clean and reliable water for years and years and years into the future. So Darren's team is really working hard on that one too. Late this summer? Is that the answer, Darren? Late this summer? Ish. Is that a word, you guys? I don't know, but it worked. So ish, we'll be ishing that one. How about we're gonna do something at the landfill that I hope will make it better when you go into the landfill. that you don't have to drive all the way, and all the way. I did recently take out my carpet at my house, right, and put in some flooring. I did a few runs to the landfill, and I wish that the new tipping facility was already installed. So I hope that will make life easier for everyone not to have to drive all the way into the landfill, that you can use the new tipping facility. So we'll be working on that. Public Works is also responsible and works with the Regional Transportation Commission, which is currently managing 23 projects, of which 32.5 million is in federal funding. 19.7 million is regional and local road funding, and 7.7 million came from our redevelopment funds. The major project we are working on right now, and I know you all know this answer, I don't even have to ask you because you're all going to shout it out, is Williams Street. We've had a few orange cones for a while, right? Okay, Darren, you're on the spot again. Is this another ish? This late summerish? That one that's right. Let's say it different. Are we on target? We're on target. Oh, there you go, you guys. We heard it here. So hopefully late summer we'll have those cones, and that's work done on Williams Street. What will we start next? Then we're going to work on Roop Street and installing a stoplight, one of those signals, at Appian Way. We'll also, the Regional Transportation Commission will be working on selecting the projects for the local roads. As you know, recently we just repurposed the V&T sales tax to create an opportunity for our local roads to be able to get some tender loving care on them. And so we'll have about 3.3 million available for our local roads. We'll be doing that around May. We'll be selecting beginning those projects for that. Public Works is busy, busy, busy. This one I just thought was a little bit of fun. So imagine that we actually needed a piece of legislation to eliminate Ormsby County. That's how we started, as Ormsby County and Carson City. And there was the foresight of both bodies coming together and saying, that doesn't make any sense. We should have one government in Carson City. It just doesn't make any sense. And for a group to be able to stand up and actually, write themselves out of a job. That's the reality, right? But we had people that recognized that their political future would end because you could have one government now instead of two. So here they are with the governor. Thank you, Nevada Appeal, for helping me with the old pictures. So you have Governor Laxalt that's getting ready there to sign the bill. And he thinks about it and looks up to all those people waiting to celebrate this. And he goes, I think I changed my mind. I think I have to veto this bill. Can you imagine going, what? After all this work we did and everything? And then the funny part of all is he looks up and goes, oh yeah, April Fools. So, right? So now you guys know what date was the bill signed? April 1, 1969. That'll be your thing you go back and tell everyone, oh, I know when Carson City became a consolidated municipality. Okay, now, IT, that table over there, I tell you what. When IT tells me they worked on a new data center in 2025, secured our infrastructure, and are using AI for security, I nod in agreement. Sounds right. They're doing it over there. But I'm going to have to admit something here. Internally, I'm wondering whether any of that will affect, I'm telling you the truth, and it's happening in 2 days, the next time I need to update my password. Because I got to tell you, it does not go well. Because I have too many devices, and to get them to work at the same time, I don't know. And now we got security cards and all this other neat stuff, and so IT's IT, that the only people this doesn't work for is the ones that don't know anything. We don't know what we're doing, but I'm sure you can all relate, but I gotta tell you, I'm super proud of that team for all they do to keep our data safe. It's your data, so very proud of that team. Thanks for all you do. Our Human Services Resource Department. I thought this stat was kind of interesting. I was like, wow. We filled 182 positions, but the amazing part to me was how many applications they had to review to get to 182 people. So it tells you how much work that little mighty team is doing. 8,000 applications, right? It also tells me something else. People still want to work for Carson City because they know we're a great employer. That's the way I look at that. So hats off, great job. They're launching some recruitment pipelines. I think I saw Dr. Dalpy earlier with Western Nevada College. I think we're teaming up on the roads program with you. There he is, right? So we're seeing that this is a good matchup, right? They have people they can train and we have potential jobs. So I hope that really works out super great. And then we are, what are we gonna be doing next? Jeff's like, oh, what's she gonna tell me I'm doing next? No. We're gonna work on an e-learning leadership program, right? So that staff can take classes and things online and at their own paces, but to really, again, step it up, giving them opportunities to just, right, be great, great employees. The finance department, that's led by Sherry, Mrs. Benaboo, I should say. She works on our budgets, compliance, and filling out legislative fiscal notes. I know she loves those on a regular basis. The legislature doesn't always like them, and they want to argue about them because they don't like fiscal notes that says something's going to cost money, but she does a great job for us. What is she going to be working on in her team? They're planning an e-payable system. Is it going good? I'm not getting an ish. It's going to be our new Carson City word, right? We don't want to commit to an exact deadline, so maybe an ish. But what is she working on? She is putting together our funding to determine for our courthouse remodel to accommodate our third justice of the peace, because we hit that 60,000 number for population, and we're going to be updating the juvenile facility to meet some safety issues that we have there. So she is sharpening the pencil. Is it sharp? Yep, she's got it. She says, we got this one. So I thought I'd have a fun fact about finance too. I am the numbers mayor, right? Oh, I don't know, some argue I'm the arts mayor, and maybe arts and numbers go together. Not sure how, but I love both titles. So I had some fun the other day and went in to pull out old audits. I thought, oh, what is the oldest one they have? 1968. They had this book. So I couldn't help myself. In 1968, we had $2,106,927.40 in the bank. I thought, wow, and how much do you think we have in the bank today? 230 million. We're close, right? Quite the difference, huh? A lot more funds, a lot more work, a lot more things, a lot more expectations to do. But I just thought that was an interesting fun fact. In 1959, our property tax was $5 per $100 of assessed value. Anybody know what it is today, except for Sherry? $3.57 per $100. It's probably the only tax that hasn't increased. But anyway, just thought I'd throw that out there, right? Okay. These fun old slides, huh? So what about our Health and Human Services Department? Public health has evolved from clipboards to real-time alerts. Carson Tahoe Hospital opened in 1949, and we once held a health parade at the Stewart Indian School. Did any of you know that? like a health parade, right? So anyway, I had fun finding that old picture. Again, thank you to the Nevada Appeal. Today, what is the health department working on? They're collaborating with UNR and UNLV to establish an academic health department and cultivate the next generation of public health leaders through internships. I think that's just something wonderful, is to allow people to work directly in an environment. Hopefully our team encourages them to go for it, because they come to our health department and see all they can be and all they can do to help the public. So really appreciate Jeannie and her team for hosting interns in the department. What did they work on this last year? 605 inspections. That's a lot, right? Across 322 food establishments. So if you start to think about those business licenses we talked about earlier, then you come around and say, of which 322 of them are food establishments, right? Restaurants in our community. And they do a great job inspecting them and making sure, again, that we're healthy food in Carson City. They also did 469 temporary event inspections. So those are things like Nevada Day, where here comes a bunch of people into the community to set up an event. They still have to inspect them to make sure they have hand washing stations and paper towels and soap and all that other good stuff. And the food is at temperature. I know that's an important aspect there too. And I think something that will surprise you that you might not know they do, they did 4,221 clinic visits. That's a lot of people they're helping in the community meet their health needs. That's up 4.8% in 2024. What are they going to do for this next year? They're going to conduct a comprehensive review of all the social services available in Carson City to identify what programs and resources currently exist and potentially where we have gaps. Where should we be going and what should we be doing, right? And so she calls it something fancy, a landscape survey. I'm close, but I thought I'd tell you what it was, because I thought, they're going to think you're going to help pull weeds and stuff. And I thought, no, they're not going to do that. But great job. Jeannie is our new director of that department, and she's just really hit the ground running. Thank you for your good work. Okay, let's talk about our alternative sentencing department. That is about second chances and accountability. Instead of relying solely on incarceration, this program focuses on rehabilitation through community-based solutions. It provides structured supervision, counseling, and education for individuals who have committed nonviolent offenses, helping them rebuild their lives while reducing recidivism and saving taxpayers' dollars. They are focused on rehabilitation and accountability. What in 2025 were they up to? Expanding partnerships for counseling, job training, and mental health support. What is Marlena's team going to be doing for this next year? They want to launch a digital check-in system. They want to expand their restorative justice programs and expand and increase job placement opportunities. They really feel that if people have a job, it's a better opportunity for success. I think we'd probably all agree that it does help people come back into society. So how about our senior center? I saw Courtney. Yeah, okay. She's gonna, what did you say, Mayor? Okay, it's fun. In the early days, senior centers were simply gathering places. A few tables, a pot of coffee, a deck of cards, or a bingo game, right? And familiar faces. They offered companionship at a time when staying connected mattered just as much as any program or service. These centers were built on kindness, routine, and the understanding that no one should age alone. Today, under Courtney's tutelage there, our senior center is a vibrant hub of activity and support. We offer wellness and fitness classes, lifelong learning, technology assistance, nutrition programs, and social services, all designed to help our older adults stay active, independent, and engaged. This number is amazing to me. Do you know how many meals they served this last year? 151,089 meals. That's pretty phenomenal, keeping our seniors fed. What is she going to be working on this next year? Addressing some social isolation issues and really working to expand senior programs for people with dementia. It's really becoming quite the issue, and I really want to thank you for tackling that, or being willing to try, right? Tough issue. And so she's also going to be working on fostering engagement and more connections within the community. I want to take a moment to recognize the leadership that continues to guide Carson City forward. It is truly an honor to serve alongside my members, Curtis, Lisa, well, I was going to say something that wasn't going to come out right, a little joke that we've been having. I know, you know the joke, he does know it, right? But how about Stacy Giomi? Sorry Maurice couldn't be here today, but I gotta say, their commitment to this community matches my own. And together we share a deep responsibility to ensure Carson City thrives for generations to come. I'm just so proud of each and every one of you. I see a few other elected officials in the room. Would you please stand? I see you can't hide. Come on, I see Andy, I see, we got an assessor, a sheriff, a district attorney. Look at that, we even have a visitor from Sparks. Diane, thank you, right? They do deserve a round of applause because they're as dedicated to the team. And I don't think the Board of Supervisors could be as successful as we are if we didn't have such great teammates. It takes all of us to provide the original theme that we started with, which is service. And you all do a wonderful job providing service to the community, so thank you. And I wanted to extend my deepest gratitude to all of our community-based partners who work tirelessly to support Carson City. Your collaboration, resources, and dedication strengthen the fabric of our city and help us deliver essential service programs and opportunities that improve residents' lives. Together, we are building a stronger, more vibrant community, and your commitment makes that possible. And if I inadvertently did not get your name up there, let me know so I put it in there next year. But I just thought we forget to say thank you to all of those in the community that are helping make things as good as it can be, right? They also make us thrive. So very proud of all of you. Our success is built on strong partnerships and deep respect for history. From the Carson City Brewing Company, established in 1864, and yes, it's now home to the Brewery Arts Center, to the Nevada Appeal. Did you guys know this is Carson City's oldest business, still in operation, celebrating 160 years? So not sure if you noticed that the slides look like newspapers. Just in case, I thought I'd throw that in there. These institutions remind us of the enduring spirit of our community. And then I want to go ahead and give a shout out to one of our newest businesses, Motion Yoga and Dance. I challenge all of you, right? A little dance session, a little yoga session, who knows? We also want to extend our gratitude to the Chamber of Commerce for hosting today's event and continuing to champion the local businesses. And a huge thanks to Southwest Gas for helping sponsor today's event. These partners represent the foundation and future of Carson City's growth and resilience. Okay, and this one I had to do just because it's one of my favorite things. I really do love doing this. A lot of people always ask me, it's really not the mayor's job, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. If we don't have kids going to school, what is the mayor's job? So if you participate as a partner in the Mayor's Attendance Hall of Fame. Please stand up. I see you, Dana. You can't get away with this. Stand up. Come on now, there's more of you. I know I saw Brooke Sweetie. I see Kim. Right? Come on, you guys. Look at this. Yes. Thank you for your incredible partnerships. You are committed to our children's success by rewarding their school attendance. Your dedication helps create a culture where showing up every day matters. A foundation for lifelong achievement. By recognizing and celebrating good attendance, you inspire students to stay engaged and motivated, building a stronger future for our community. So I just again want to say thank you for all of those that participate. And if I haven't asked you and you want to participate, let me know, because there is a ton of fun in this event. I just want a special thank you to Dana Whaley with Toyota. He's been with me on this road from day one. I'm not sure, do you love it more than me? It's really close, you guys. He loves going to assemblies. And where's Brooke, United Federal Credit Union? I gotta tell you, they are the best pizza runners I have ever seen, because they sponsor the classroom with the best attendance at each school. Gets their own Harrison U.S. flags, 20 feet by 38 feet, at the gateways to our city. One, the north flag will be near the Carson Tahoe Hospital at the southbound I-580 ramp. The south flag will be at the Highway 50 I-580 intersection. Festivities will begin at 10 a.m. at the Nevada State Museum with a stirring recitation of the Declaration of Independence by the Sons of the American Revolution, and they come in costume, so it's really cool. Followed by the ringing of the Liberty Bell. So if you hadn't have a chance, you could ring the Liberty Bell. Then we'll enjoy a classic car cruise hosted by the Nevada Day Committee, leading us to the Carson Tahoe Hospital for an 11:30 a.m. dedication ceremony. And Ronnie surprised us all with hats. And I can't think of anything better than all of you that day to wear your hat and come and celebrate the new flag that will be proudly waving in Carson City for our America 250 4th of July celebration. So please come and enjoy that with us. In addition, the Sea Hill Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to preserving the iconic American flag on Sea Hill, has also partnered with the Foundation for Carson City Parks and Recreation to make another dream a reality. This flag has long stood as a symbol of pride, patriotism, and unity, overlooking Carson City and inspiring visitors and residents alike. Our goal is to illuminate the Sea Hill flag on the evening of July 4th, just before the fireworks begin. Thanks to this partnership and the incredible support of our community, we can look forward to enjoying this landmark for years to come. A heartfelt thank you to everyone for helping make this vision possible. And then, I want to talk about, there's surprises in life for everyone, right? And there's a person in the room that's always telling me, I have a surprise, Mayor. I have a surprise, Mayor. And she does it all the time. She surprises me. So I thought I'd ask a couple of my friends to come on up here with me. And I'm betting we have a surprise. And I think we're going to pull it off. Come on, Ronnie. Come on up. Say, oh, look at that face. Did I do it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is pretty good. You have to look around your community and pick out, I think you all love it. There is no doubt in my mind when I look in this room, you all love it. But I got to tell you, Ronnie always takes that extra effort to make everything just perfect, right? She wants desperately for Carson City to shine. She's always touting our community, and she's there for the businesses for any help she can provide. She just started a new insurance program for all those small businesses that needed that service. There's Ronnie right there. We can do it. And so it's not very many, but on behalf of the Board of Supervisors, it is our honor to give her a Carson City coin.
Oh, thank you.
Right? Woo-hoo! Did I surprise you? We got her. We got her. We got her.
The other surprise is we are doing a duet.
A duet? Oh, I love it. She's like, oh no, now it's getting bad. That is perfect. So you can stay up here with me. So as we close today, and we honor 250 years of America and 167 years of Carson City, let us reaffirm our commitment to the values that built both our nation and our city: freedom, unity, and progress. The story of Carson City is still being written, and each of us has a role in shaping its future. Thank you for your dedication, your vision, and your love for this community. Let's celebrate our past and embrace the promise of tomorrow together. Thank you all for coming.